Welcome to Vigilia, a Polish Christmas Eve celebration. Vigilia almost always started with a carol sung around the table by the family. Tonight's carol is Infant Holy, Infant Lowly, a typical Polish Christmas carol.
Infant holy, infant lowly, for his bread a kettle stole. Oxen lowing, little knowing, Christ the babe is Lord of all. Swift are winging, angels singing, Noel's ringing, tidings bringing, Christ the babe is Lord of all. Flocks were sleeping, shepherds keeping vigil till the morning new. Saw the glory, heard the story, tidings of a gospel true. Thus rejoicing, free from sorrow, praises voicing, greet the morrow. Christ the babe was born for you.
After the carol, Vigilia would begin. It's an evening-long event beginning with the sighting of the first star of Christmas Eve, December 24, and ending with midnight mass. During the day, people had been abstaining from food, but now it was time for the feast. After the children had decorated the Christmas tree, the family would sit down at the table, which had been set in a particular way. In some homes, there might be straw or hay placed under the tablecloth in memory of the manger in which Jesus had been placed. In any case, there would be an empty place setting for an unexpected guest. Wait!
Hey, let me in, let me in!
Oh, who is that?
Oh my gosh, I never thought I would make it. The snow in Chicago was this high. Planes were delayed. I really thought I wasn't going to make it.
Well, we're so glad you're here, and we have a place just for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, now that the guest is here, the head of the household would say grace. And following the grace, the Christmas wafer, the opłatek, which had arrived in this beautiful envelope, would be distributed to all the members of the household. But the opłatek is a very special wafer. Today, we have the first one, which says, Christ is born. And this shows Mary and Joseph and the baby in the manger in the stable. You may have that one.
Thank you. I like that one.
The next one shows Mary and Joseph, and in the background, the three wise men on their camels. And I guess I get to keep that one. And the third one shows Mary and Joseph on a donkey on the flight to Egypt. Now, sometimes these come pink. And the reason for the pink one is it was supposed to be for the animals who were at the table. And they are there out of reverence for their part in playing and greeting Jesus on Christmas night.
Well, you know, the supply chain problems everybody's having this year, I'm not surprised that ours didn't come with the pink one.
I know. Well, we'll try again next year, I hope. But after everybody at the table has had their wafer, then each one in turn goes around to everyone else and offers their wafer to the other, and they break off a piece and wish each other Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, John.
And so they go all the way around until everyone has had a piece of wafer from everyone else. And finally, we get to the feast. The traditional Vigilia dinner had 12 components in honor of the 12 apostles. Now, back in those days, people didn't eat meat on Christmas Eve. So the protein consisted of herring and carp, because this is Poland after all, prepared in many different ways. Of course, there are also accompaniments, such as red cabbage, sauerkraut, a soup like borscht or wild mushroom, and pierogis and gabumpkis and on, and finally various desserts. But when dinner was over, it was time for the children to go to the tree and distribute the gifts from St. Nicholas to everyone else. And when that was all completed, off to midnight mass. So, in honor of Polish Christmas Eve, we wish you Wesołego Bożego Narodzenia. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Bye-bye.